Bright Light City gonna set my soul on fire. Cashman Field, bottom two. 1-0 Blue Jays. Not anymore. 2-run shot by Terry Steinbach. He's up 2-1 after two. Top five, Alex Gonzalez.
He drives the ball to right.
There's a drive and it's gone. A solo shot, 3-2 Toronto. Still in the fifth. 2 on, 2 out. John Olerud. John Olerud,
1-0 pitch.
master of his domain. A 3-run job off Carlos Reyes, 6-2 Toronto after 5. But wait, there's more. 7-3 Jays, runners on the corners. Don Wengert gives up the triple to Joe Carter. Otis, my man, Nixon Tilson Brito come around to score. Blue Jays have a big, fat, hefty 9-3 lead. There would be nothing else to see on this one. Blue Jays go on to win it by a count of 9.
Blue Jays and A's still playing in Vegas. Tough night for Ariel Prieto on the mound. Walked 8 in 4 innings. Walks Ed Sprague there, and the Blue Jays go up 2-1. Prieto still pitching, tied at 2 in the 5th. Carlos Delgado, clear. 9 of his 13 career home runs hit in April. Jays go up 5-2. And then 6-4 in the 6th. Eddie Sprague, deep and gone. 2 men aboard and 3 men in. He had 4 RBI. And Toronto is a winner. Final score of 10-4. Toronto thus wins both games.
Start after having waited for the weather. First inning, sacks packed. Otis Nixon on third on an error. Tilson Brito on second on a walk. Joe Carter on first on a walk. John Olerud, well, that's inside, that's low, that's a wild pitch. Nixon comes home. It's 1-0 Blue Jays. In the 6th inning, Hershiser again pitching with men on base. It's low, it's inside, it's Olerud at the plate again, and it's another wild pitch. 2 batters later, Carlos Delgado, same spot. 3 wild pitches for Orel Hershiser equals his 1995 total. Juan Guzman, kick save and a beauty off Julio Franco. Look what I found. He gets up, fires to first in time. Guzman would shake it off. Blue Jays win 7-1. Indians have lost 3 in a row to begin the defense.
Indians with 2 runners on, and he walks Jim Tomei, loads the bases. After Manny Ramirez hit a sac fly, Anson has some trouble with his young catcher.
Right here, he tries to frame a pitch that's down. He doesn't pull it up. He actually takes the strike away from Eric right here.
Sandy Martinez. That made the count 3-1. Next pitch, Hanson facing the opposing catcher, Tony Pena. That reloads the bases. The next batter is Lofton. Slaps one hard, and no, first this one gets away from Sandy Martinez. Julio Franco scores 2-0 Cleveland, and the same at bat. A 46-pitch inning. He's a little tired when he feels this ball and tries to fire.
Tries to rush. That's what Kenny Lofton can do to you. His speed, he puts the pressure on you, and that's why they got to have Kenny Lofton on base and producing.
2 more runs score, 4-0 after 2. 5-3 in the 9th. Jose Mesa facing Joe Carter. Talk about framing.
Well, watch Tony Pena. He's one of the best. Watch him go down and pull this low pitch back up and get the call from Drew Colbert.
Look at Joe. Joe Carter actually said that's a ball for it. No. Colbert punches him out, and the Indians win 5-3. Is there anything to this framing thing or no?
I think it's overrated, personally. Umpires got their own zone. They're going to call what they see.
All right, Indians do get it done, though they didn't help themselves. 1 for 12 with runners in scoring position. Mike Hargrove said, I told you we'd win one before it was over. He's in the first 2 innings, helped Martinez out of jams, and then Baerga does this. His first of the season, it's 4-2. Next batter, pretty good AB for AB. Ding dong, right off the foul pole it goes for Bell. And I think it's... Yes, Don is right. Indians 8-3, Bell 2 for 4, a couple of home runs.
Strike 2 inside corner. Next pitch going outside, gets that corner as well. Snow goes down looking. Henkin in complete command. Bottom of the 2nd, Robert Perez on first, and Mark Langston don't throw it. Charlie O'Brien says, see you later. Gone. Out to left, O'Brien's first. 2-0 Blue Jays. They were up 5-0 in the 9th. Angels had runners in 1st and 3rd. Garrett Anderson on Henkin, comebacker. Henkin checks the runner, starts the 1-6-3 double play, preserving the shutout. He was on, and so were the Jays. 5-0 Toronto wins.
Jim Edmonds can't catch up with the heat, and then Tim Salmon goes down swinging. Guzman was dominating, allowing 4 hits and striking out 9 through 7. The Jays took a 1-0 lead to the top of the 8th. Pinch hitter Mike Aldretti hits Guzman's first pitch of the inning into the right field seats. The game is tied at 1. Still tied with 2 outs at the top of the 9th. Garrett Anderson golfs one over the fence in center. Anderson goes 2 for 4 in the night. Guzman the distance, but gets the loss. Angels win.
4th inning, Jim Abbott to Juan Samuel. Hey, hey, hey. Adios. Samuel's first, 150th of his career, 4-3 Jays. In the 8th, Carlos Delgado. Takes Mark Holtzman deep to right. It's his second of the year. Jays go on to win it 7-4. Toronto takes 2 out of 3. Jim Abbott roughed up again.
Matt Nagel-Scott, the Tigers in a tear, especially that guy. They call him Big Daddy. Rocking Eric Hansen on the yacker. Then it's Giovanni Carrara, who had given up a home run over the Hard Rock to Ken Griffey Jr. last week. Cecil, not quite as far, but it's his second of the game, and it's his 8th of the year. 9-4, Tigers on a rampage. Let's try Bill Risley. That ball went out faster than it came in. Cecil is fattening up. 3 in the day, 9 on the season, 13-8. Tigers tear up Toronto. It's the 3rd time in Fielder's career he's managed 3 in a game.
It took place before the game. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Blue Jays. Gary DiSarcina, the single to right. Garrett Anderson, George Arias score, 2-1 Angels. Top of the 7th, 5-1 Angels. Robert Perez. Hard ground to the 3rd. Arias, pick up, strong throw. Got him. Blue Jays only 3 hits in the game. Top 8 still 5-1 Angels. Chuck Finley in control. Catcher sets up inside. Finley hits the mitt with the fastball. Sit down Otis Nixon. Angels snap a 4-game losing streak. Randy Velarde, 3 hits, 2 RBIs. Chuck Finley allows just 5 hits and 2 walks while striking out 10.
Joe Carter, one of the few holdovers from the championship teams, jacks the fastball to left center for the homer. Carter's first of 2, and it's 2-0 Jays. Bobby Ayala in the 9th to Carlos Delgado. No question about this one. The deep blast to right for the 3-run shot. Jays dominate 10-4. After going 11 games without hitting a home run, Carter has 4 home runs in his last 5 games. He also raised his average to .299 and extended his hitting streak to 6 games.
A strikeout in the face. Randy with 6 Ks on the game. As for the offense, 3-1 M's in the second. Eric Hansen, Ken Griffey, gone, goodbye, get out of here. Number 7, 5-1 Mariners. Your next batter, Edgar Martinez. Oi, back-to-back. Number 4, 6-1 M's. In the 4th, it's Junior again. This time Junior goes to right center. And the next batter is Edgar. Again, you betcha. Back-to-back home runs as Edgar goes yard for the 2nd time. It was 8-2. Seattle wins 9-5.
Hey, everybody, you know, you've got Junior, Edgar, Buhner. I say, people say they got rid of a lot in Tino and Bowers. With what they have at 3rd and 1st, the improvement of Wilson and Rodriguez, I'll bet they outproduce what they did last year if they stay healthy.
The Jays and the M's finishing off a 4-game set. Top of the 3rd, 3-0 Jays. Runner on, and Ed Sprague off Sterling Hitchcock. That's gone. He would hit another later, going 4 for 5 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. It's 5-0 Blue Jays at this point. Bottom of the 3rd, 2 outs. Ken Griffey Jr. steals 3rd. He's safe. Cito Gaston argues, and for good reason, because the next batter off Paul Quantrill. Buhner. Buhner. Anyone? Buhner. His 4th of the year, Mariners down 5-3. Next batter, Paul Sereno, got it. Yanks this one out to right, his 5th and the 7th time this year the Mariners have hit back-to-back jobbies. Mariners down 5-4, top of the 5th, 6-5 Toronto. Bases juice for Domingo Cedeno. Tim Davis pitches. Base hit. In the hole. John Olerud and Sean Green scored 8-5 Jays. 2 batters later, the bases are loaded once again for Joe Carter, and Joe unloads them thusly.
Make it 3 years later.
Gone. Carter's 3 for 6, 5 ribbies. Toronto wins in a cakewalk, 16-7. Joe Carter, he had 3 home runs and 9 RBIs in the series. That's a good series. Jays took 3 of 4. Edgar Martinez extended his hitting streak to 12 games.
It's tied at 4. Next batter, Joe Carter. The double to right center. Delgado coming around from second is going to be close to the plate. Terry Steinbach. He's got it blocked, but he doesn't keep the ball. The Blue Jays go up 5-4. Top of 6, game tied at 5. Pat Henkin pitching, Mike Bordick. The double to left, Brent Gates coming around to score. A's go up 6-5. And show them what they've won. It's a Major League Baseball game. The Oakland A's win at 7-6. Mike Bordick, 3 ribs. Brent Gates with 2 more ribs. Bottom 4 in the Oakland order went 9 for 15 with 6 RBI. That's 4 straight for the A's, who are now 500 for the season. For the Jays, Joe Carter extended his hitting streak.
Oakland looking for its 5th straight. Bottom of the 3rd, 2-1 Blue Jays. Sean Green, his 3rd of the year. 2nd in as many nights. Home runs, that is, off Todd Van Poppel. 3-1 Toronto. Top of the 5th, A's coming back. Oh, they're coming back. Terry Steinbach, got it. Off Juan Guzman. The A's cut it to 3-2. It's 3-3 in the top of the 11th, and Phil Plantier plants one off Tim Crabtree. doubles in Pedro Munoz. A's win it 4-3 in extra innings. Oakland has won 5 in a row. Plantier was 6 for his last 52 when he stroked the game winner. Said Phil, it feels good to contribute. I know that sounds like a cliche, but that's the bottom line. The bottom not too far from the top out west. Only 2 games in the Jays and Skydome. Hershiser facing Eric Hansen. Hansen, the leather limp behind him. Jim Thome's grounder. Domingo Cedeno. And after a Sandy Alomar single, Omar Vizquel singles to left, and Joe Carter comes on. Thome and Alomar both score 2-0 try. More trouble for Hansen in the third. Bases loaded. Eddie Murray. Base hit. Julio Franco and Carlos Baerga score. 4-0 try. They go on to lead 5-0. And the one bright spot for Toronto, Alex Gonzalez. Somebody playing some defense behind Hansen. Robin Albert Bell, 13 assists for the Blue Jays shortstop and a losing cause. Hershiser scattered 8 hits over 7 innings for his second win, and the Indians 12th in their stadium.
Indians looking for their 3rd straight, taking on the Blue Jays. First inning, 1 on. Charles Nagy to Carlos Delgado. Rips one down the line, 1 run scores, 2-0 Jays. Here's Chad O.J. to Ed Sprague. Ed took one right in the coconut, but he was okay, and Howard Sprague will be glad to hear that. Bottom 5, 1 on. O.J. pitching to Carlos Delgado, master of his domain. A 2-run job. Delgado drives in 4 on the day. Blue Jays win it by a count of 11-6. That snaps Toronto's 3-game loser and is just
Sox in 94. He got hurt with the Blue Jays, too. Julio Franco, after the Lofton single. There's Julio with the bunt single, and just Frank take a bite out of it. Albert Bell, not much, but it does the job. Lofton trots home. It's 1-0 Tribe. The next batter is Eddie Murray. They're nickel and diming him to death. Franco scores. Indians leading 2-0. Your next hitter is Manny Ramirez. Of the many Ramirez's, and off the glove of Domingo Cedeno. Indians 3-0. 7th man in the inning, Sandy Alomar. It's deep, but I don't think it's playable. 3-run ding-dong. 6 of the first 7 men Frank faced scored, and nobody's warming up in the bullpen. They're letting Frank take the bullet, and here comes the bullet. He hit the ball real hard. Al Bell, ding-dong, 9th of the season, 10-0 Indians.
And it's gone.
And also Souvenir Jim Warfield hair day in the Indian dugout. It's a trainer Jim Warfield, and Souvenir Frank Viola scalp day in the Toronto dugout. 17-3 is the final. Frankie V, 10 runs, 9 earned in 4 innings. He continues with exactly 1 big league win since the end of the '93 season.
Brewers and the Jays, bottom 1, Ben McDonald facing Joe Carter. Hits him with the pitch. Joe makes a motion towards Ben, but that would be it. Bottom of 2, McDonald plunks Charlie O'Brien. All is still calm. Top 3rd payback time. Pat Hankin. It's Kevin Seitzer. Seitzer tells Hankin that we're even, okay? Home plate umpire Derwood Merrill. That's enough. Issues a warning to both benches. Bottom of the 5th, Ed Sprague. Takes Ben deep. Solo shot. 2nd homer of the game. 6-4 Jays. Jose Valentin. The capper, a 2-run shot off of Tony Castilla. 3rd of the year. It's 8-7 Brewers. Jays would tie it in the 8th. End of the 9th. Carlos Delgado, 4th hit of the game, single, to bring in Otis Nixon with the winning run.
The Skydome, the Brewers visiting the Blue Jays. Jose Valentin has had some problems. Already had an error in this game. Make it 10 in the year. He throws it into right field. And Joe Carter will come around to score. And the Blue Jays take advantage. Ed Sprague in as well. Juan Guzman leading the league in ERA. Blows it right through Greg Vaughn. 8 strikeouts through 8 innings.
Can't hit that one either.
He just couldn't hold back. Baffled Mr. Vaughn. In the 7th, Jays already had an 8-3 lead. Carlos Delgado, who owns April, takes his act into May. A solo shot. He's got 7 home runs in the year. This time he may stick without having to go back for seasoning in the minors. Toronto wins at 9-3. Guzman.
6th inning, still tied at 3. Jose Valentin. Solo made. Brewers up 4-3. Still in the 6th. And we're now tied 4-4. Robert Perez hits one up the middle. An RBI single scoring Juan Samuel. Toronto goes up 5-4 in the 7th. 6-5 Blue Jays. Carlos Delgado. Do you prefer hurt me or spank me? Toronto wins it. Blue Jays get their first ever 3-game home sweep over the Brewers. The Jays now have
Blue Jays and the Red Sox. Wakefield has had 2 good outings, but Timmy, well, he had the ball hit to Ed Ocean Sprague, hit it to Tim Naring, who booted it, and it opened up the floodgates. Eventually would have been out of the inning, but as a result, the Jays stay up The 10th batter of the inning is Joe Carter, and he hits the Knucksy over the wall. 8 runs in the 4th, all of them unearned. Red Sox defense, you know about that. Bill Kyler, Alex Cole, whack, McHale. Kevin Kennedy has seen this before. Dan Duquette, the general manager, has seen this before. Big fat, here we go.
Rangers going for their 4th straight, taking on the Blue Jays. Juan Guzman, very sharp early. Will Clark, blown away on the changeup. Guzman, 2-hitter through 5. Top 3, 1-0 Jays. Otis Nixon up. It's a 3-1 count. It's high and tight. That's ball 4. Now, Alex Gonzalez thrown out, pumped out, thinks he's out, not out. Now he is. Durwood Merrill called him out, and Cito Gaston, he too had issues. Rally ended. No change in the play. Tied 1-1, bottom of the 6th, bases juiced, and Guzman walks. Rusty Greer, Pudge Rodriguez forced in. Still 2-1, bottom 7, and it's just a ball. Will Clark be more than the ball? A 3-run job. Texas goes on to win it 5-1, and the Rangers are off to the best start in team history.
Top of 5, Bobby Witt's delivery to Alex Gonzalez, crushed to left. Is it deep enough to leave? No, but it is deep enough to score Sandy Martinez. Jays down 2-1. Top of 6, John Olerud on 2nd, Ed Sprague on 3rd, Bobby Witt to Sean Green. Spin gets him out of a jam. 9 Ks for Witt. Bottom of 7, still 2-1, men on 1st and 2nd. Hanson's delivery to Will Clark, ripped to right field. Darrell Hamilton coming around. Ivan Rodriguez going for 3rd. He makes it there safely. And the Rangers are a winner. 4-2 the final score. Bobby Witt finally gets career win number 100. He improves to 4-2 on the year. Texas now 11-0 at home against the AL East this season. By the way, Juan Gonzalez will have an MRI on his left quad on Tuesday.
Red Sox and Blue Jays from Skydome. Jose Canseco does indeed own a glove, and he's starting in left field. Getting back off the DL. Tom Gordon has the good strategy, though. Don't let them hit it to it. Gordon, 12 Ks in 7 innings. Bottom of the 3rd, Red Sox up 3-1. Joe Carter, chopper to 3rd. Tim Naring's got his man. If his man's headed to right field. Otis Nixon, Domingo Cedeno score. We're all tied up at 3. Game tied at 4. Bottom 8, Mike Stanton in. First battery faces Ed Sprague. And Howard Sprague will brag at Floyd's Barbershop about that. Blue Jays up 5-4. Bottom 9, 1 strike away from Mike Timlin. I think we're going to have some free baseball, courtesy of John Valentin. First of the season, ties the game at 5. Go to extras, top 11. Troy O'Leary, Connectamundo. This baby flies. Upper deck shot off Giovanni Carrara. O'Leary's 5th. Red Sox will pull it out 6-5 in 11. Red Sox pitchers racked up 18 K.
6 with a 4-3 lead. Bases loaded. Mike Stanley rips the 2-run single to left center. John Valentin and Mo Vaughn score. Sox lead 7-4. Bottom of the 7th, Jays respond down 7-5. John Olerud with a single into right center, scoring Carlos Delgado and Joe Carter. Score tied at 7. Top of the 8th, still tied. Jose Canseco. Oh my goodness. Canseco's 4th homer. Sox lead 8-7. Jays tie it at 8. Now bottom of the 11th, Heathcliff Slocum comes into the game with Juan Samuel on 2nd. Sandy Martinez rips the base hit. Samuel scores. Jays win.
Although kind of a landmark day for Roger in some ways. Top of the 5th, the Red Sox already have 4-2. Mo better Blues Vaughn. Fastball up around his eyes. Homer number 12. Where is it? 428 feet later, it's gone 5-2 Red Sox. Bottom of the 8th with the Sox leading 7-3. But John Olerud had a big game over the right field wall. 5 RBIs for Olerud. It's a 7-6 game. Bottom of the 9th, Heathcliff Slocum is on. First batter he faces is Charlie O'Brien. And the Blue Jays getting it out over the left field fence. Gone. We're tied at 7. The first Blue Jay pinch hit home run this year. Then, Peter, your friend Marty Jansen.
Marty Jansen, great curveball. He's the guy that got the David Cone. Matter of fact, they had to wear white uniforms on Friday night because they didn't have his name spelled right on his blue.
Well, they may spell it right now. Bases loaded, bottom of the 10th. 1 out. Robert Perez delivers against Stan Bullen to Carlisle. Carlos Delgado, who had 4 hits in the game, scores. Kevin Kennedy saw another big lead go. This series went 11, 11, and 10 innings with the Jays.
Board again. Myers up there. Hanson got him. Didn't allow a runner past 2nd. Took a shutout into the 6th. Myers left 4 runners on the game. Blue Jays up 1-0 off Rich Robertson, Otis Nixon. It's what should be an easy routine pop fly. But of course in the Metrodome, nothing is routine. Monitor and Rebele go all over the place trying to find it, and they find themselves in a 2-0 hole. Then Juan Samuel scores on the nice bunt by Perez.
He bunts for a base.
Perez, who had blown a sack earlier, gets the base hit to knock in the 4th run of the game. They go on and win it 4-2. Hanson
down 1-0 in the 4th. Pat Henkin to Chip Hale. The lazy fly to left. Joe Carter. He ain't going to tag with that, is he? Yeah, Molitor coming. He timed it. He's safe. He takes second base just like that. And that's Marty Cordova coming up with Molitor now in second. And the base he took got in a run. Tied the game at 1 apiece. Molitor with the fundamentals. Same score, 6th inning. Cordova batting. Molitor's on 3rd. The grounder to Ed Sprague. Sprague checks the runner. Didn't check long enough. Here comes Molitor. Safe at the plate. Olerud's throw not in time. The Twins take 2-1 lead. Meanwhile, Frankie Rodriguez dominant on the hill. Sean Green, Fall, the host of your table, is waiting. And then Ed Sprague, you're leaving as well. 1 out away from his first career complete game. It's Sean Green. It's over. Rodriguez goes the distance. Helped by Molitor, as we showed you.
Paul Quantrill deals to Marty Cordova. He ropes one. Greg Myers comes around to score. 1-0 Twins. Quantrill pitched well for Toronto, facing Scott Stahoviak and getting the 5 Ks on the day for Quantrill. In the 6th, Quantrill runs into some problems. Unloads the wild pitch. Chuck Knobloch comes in, 2-0 Twins. In the 7th, it's Denny Hocking. The double. Pat Mears will hustle home as only Pat Mears can. Brad Radke now appearing in your highlights, looking good for the Twins, facing Sandy Martinez. 7 innings, allowed 1 run, 6 hits. Twins win. Twins win. Brad can now start thinking.
First inning, this is the way you go about it. Gets Joe Vitiello with that fastball. That will take us to the 6th inning. Viola against Craig Paquette, who goes to his room. Viola got pulled after 6, gave up just 1 run on 5 hits. Viola with plenty of run support. John Olerud rips that thing into right center field. Joe Carter comes around to score, and the Jays take a lead 2-1 margin. Top of 5 now. Same score. Runners on 1st and 2nd. There's Carter. There's Apier. There's the ball. Deep. Right center field. Yes, gone shopping at the gap. Picks up a mock turtleneck there. Otis Nixon, Carlos Delgado score. Carter's got a triple. Jays up 4-1. They would win it 6-2. Viola, 2 years and 1 day after having elbow surgery. The former Cy Young winner is a plain winner. Joe Carter snapping his 1-for-19 slump with 3 base hits.
Top of the 7th, Royals up 1. Mike Gubiza pitching well, except for right there, giving up a leadoff double to Joe Carter down the line.
A fair ball, and it sticks under the fence.
It sure does. Bruce Keeson makes the call to the pen, and Jason Hockamy starts to warm up. 1 batter too late, though. Ed Sprague. Number 12 for Sprague with a man on, and Toronto wins it 3-2. Sprague said he just didn't want to let the performance of Eric Hansen.
To the Royals, Joe Vitiello, the first pitch, off the right center field wall, stand-up double. Your next batter is Michael Tucker.
Well, they've been waiting all year for him to get hot. He's got a great swing, very quick bat. There, he lines the ball down in the right field corner for a huge hit in this game.
Royals up 1-0. Bottom 3, they're up 2-0. Man on 3rd, Henkin. Started to lose control. Wild pitch scores Goodwin. They're up 3-0. Bottom of the 4th, another mistake. Throws the ball away. Tucker comes in to score. Royals up 4-1. Jays came back, so Kansas City goes on and wins 5-4.
Competitive Toronto Blue Jays. Top of the 1st, runners on 1st and 2nd. Ed Sprague, base hit to left off Tapani. Tony Phillips comes up throwing, and Carlos Delgado is meat. Bottom of the 1st. Oh, he's just sitting on dead red. But Frank Thomas gets the hook and does a good thing anyway. Doubles off Jeff Ware. Tony Phillips scores 1-0 Chicago. Tied at 1. Bottom of the 7th. Runners on the corners with 1 out. Darrell Lewis grounds to Tony Castillo, whose middle infielders get mixed up a bit. Can't turn 2. Ray Durham scores the winning run. The Sox win 2-1 on just 2 hits. That was Felipe Crespo and Domingo Cedeno having problems in the middle of the diamond. Thomas drove in a run for the 8th straight game, tying a career high. He's knocked in 16 overall during that stretch, where the tough luck loser, Kevin Tapney, gave up 5 hits in 7 innings for the win.
Lines Tim Crabtree's pitch to Ed Sprague, and the big hurt, some hurt feelings.
He hit a rocket.
The double play, still scoreless. Top of the 11th. Blue Jays with the man at 3rd, Alex Gonzalez. The fly to right center.
Right center field.
Falls in front of Darren Lewis. Jacob Brumfield scores 1-0 Jays. Bottom 11, 2 on for Lyle Mouton. Off Mike Timlin, goes over Juan Samuel's head. Thomas scores. Ventura trying to score all the way from the first base with the game winner, and does. This was Timlin's second blown save in nine opportunities.
Get 2 straight now.
Attached to the city.
Paul Molitor's first game back in Toronto got a standing O, but in his first at bat he manages this. A mere soft liner to short, snagged, and a golf clap for him. Nothing soft about this. Roberto Bobby Kelly, deep and gone. And the 4th off of Viola, first home run of the year, and Viola not pleased, 3-1 Twins. But the Jays rally down 4-1. Jake Brumfield drills one. Never's hit a home run in the American League ever before in his life. But now he has. 4-all game after 6. We go to the 9th now. Little Blue Jays drama, trying to come back and win it. Joe Carter, deep fly ball opposite field. Have we seen this before? But Bobby Kelly right there on the warning track to make the catch. Carter in disbelief. But wait, there's Ed Sprague. More drama. Deep left center field. But this one also caught just short of the track. Big guns, no runs, still 4-all. We go to the 10th. Charlie O'Brien, the pinch hitter. And we call that a hit in the pinch. Base knock. Felipe Crespo scores, and the Jays come all the way back and win it in 10, 5-4 the final.
In Delgado Davida. A little bloop shot of what's Roberto Kelly's arm here. This is what you call a double dribble. You got to be kidding me.
You want to keep it down on the turf.
You have to be kidding me. Well, he was laughing, but Ron Coomer. This is why he was laughing. His teammates bailed him out. With a 6-run night, a pinch hit 2-run homer from Ron Coomer off Brian Bohannon. The Twins lose the first game in a 4-game set to the Jays, win the last 3, winning it 9-3. Nick Nolte ups his mark to 3-0. The first batter he faced, second batter he faced. Darren Lewis doesn't go yard that often. Does here, and it's gone. But
Big pitch.
the Jays have the bases loaded, and John Olerud says, Marty, don't worry about it. We'll get you runs. It's a grand slam. Off Alex Fernandez, and then the curve.
And the fastball. Here to Ron Karkovic, he had a really good riding fastball on that there. His curveball. You can see why they took him in that David Cone trade.
5 hits through 7 innings. Peter, then top of the 9th, 5-4 Jays. Mike Timlin on to try and close it down. That's a nasty pitch to get Frank Thomas to end the game. So the Chicago White Sox 8-game winning streak is by the boards. And Toronto, this team is not bad, folks.
The Blue winner on Monday. Frank Viola's second pitch to Tony, and maybe he was a little bugged about that fine. 23rd leadoff home run in Phillips' career. Sox up 1-0. Top 4, Chicago up 3-0. Ozzie Guillen, the shot to right, and Sean Green says, oh, I've got that one played perfectly. If I could just find the ball. You know, that Sky Dome roof can play tricks on you. When it's closed, it was open on this night. Guillen's first homer since September of '95. Top of the 6th, Viola hits Phillips, and Tony was not happy about that either. Has to be restrained by the umps. No fines, no charges filed. Defense would help the White Sox. A ground ball to Ray Durham. Durham first, a little Edward Scissorhands, and then the quick bare hand play, and the big hurt snags it for the out. Top 8, Robin Ventura had already gone yard once, and you can put it on the board. Yes. Steve, you can feel free to jump in and be Wimpy Paciorek at any time. Ventura's 11th home run. Sox win at 8-5. Chicago's now won 9 out of 10. The Sox.
Hanson on the mound, Danny Tartabull sitting on dead red.
Deep into right field.
Harold Baines on first. You can put that on the board, yes. Tartabull's 4th homer of the year. Sox up 2-0. It's 4-0 in the bottom of the second when Jacob Brumfield got it of Joe McGrain, a 2-run homer. Second of the year. Blue Jays down just 4-2. It's now 4-3 in the bottom of the third. When Brumfield rips one down the line, Dave Martinez bobbles it. Joe Carter coming home. Double for Brumfield. We're tied at 4. Still bottom third. Robert Perez. Nice bunt. Ed Sprague. Nice running home. Robert Ventura. Eat it. Blue Jays up 5-4. Next batter, Joe McGrain. Wild. Gets away from Carco. Jacob Brumfield slides home. It's 6-4 Jays. 6-5 Jays. Top of the 9th. Mike Timlin in for the save. 2 outs, and he's facing the big hurt. Frank Thomas swinging. Thomas 0 for 9 career versus Timlin. Blue Jays win it 6-5 of the last 17 meetings between these two teams. 13